seems to me that Canada, whatever says the state, is still under the impression that maybe we don't need international human rights standards that much because we're doing so well. We're just above, the need to be pressured or organized by international human rights law. We're good at exporting precisely because we commonly see ourselves as doing better than what international human rights law require. I think it still is here. Now we could take more contemporary examples such as LGBTQ, freedom of religion. We're quite present at the international level to export what we consider to be the standard of equality, or thus the standard of non-discrimination. My question is it transformative? And the positive meaning of the expression, which is, let's say, providing more social justice to the deeply groups, and does it really respect the notion, the Vienna principle of the interdependence of all human rights? I mean, you cannot find a one-size-fits-all answer to that huge question, but I think it's the way to approach the issue. I'm not blaming Canada. Never would I. I wouldn't do that for any legal cooperation offer. But it depends who controls the political speech. We have to be aware of what we're doing. We wish to be part of the international community group. Good. We wish to share our understanding of equality. Good. But still, at the end of the day, I think we have to assess what we've accomplished at home. It's not just exporting aesthetic legal language. It's what did we learn from our own experience about transforming our society with legal standards such as 15 and the equality standard. So it's not very surprising, but it's not because we're providing good legal cooperation that we really can develop or have the willingness or the capacity to develop at home transformative practices based on the equality standard or even the right to security standard provided for by 7 of the Charter. So it's not a yes or no, good, bad, black is orange or yellow is green kind of answer. But it's the way I like to approach it's kind of the honesty component of the issue of belonging to an international community. We have this implicit international posture that, well, we do better than the average anyway. And I think it's implicit. It's not, it's not, of course, not presented this way, but we still believe, certainly in regard of economic and social rights. We're not an extremely poor country. We have trouble acknowledging that some areas of Canada are clearly and the range of relatively poor regions. We have trouble. Let's think of Indigenous people, First Nations. I mean, it's very hard for Canada unless they're strongly pushed to commit itself to the recognition of systemic poverty among First Nations. So this is where it doesn't go so well. You have to be able to reflect upon your own reality when you promote legal cooperation, which is, I believe, part of our issues with the inter-American system. I think it's no secret at all. It's been snubbed by many consecutive federal administration as the system of the South, the system for other. That being said, and you know it much better than I do, there's been intense legal cooperation between some Canada and some countries of the OAS, but still at the normative or formal level, I do believe that when it gets to human rights, because of the past, and not to say of the present, when I think of Chile as an example, that's we're going to help them fix their problems, but we don't really belong. And it's even more vibrant now that United States are what they are, and I'll say nothing more about that. So it's not our system. It's not our problem. It's not our political past. We're the good guys. We're the cooperators. We prefer bilateral cooperation, but we don't want to belong. It's not our story. It's like if the OAS human rights system is not our story. Now, if you wish to be a bit more technical about it, of course, Canada's not exactly pleased with the idea that the Inter-American Court could impose. That's the debate inside the debate. Does the Inter-American Court impose or not a decision on a state member? But clearly, we're a Commonwealth country. We're an orphan country. And we like to be on our own. We're the middle-sized power. We like bilateral cooperation. We like to communicate good practices, good idea. But the binding side of a regional court is not acceptable, I believe, to most politicians, and I'd say for probably part of the Canadian population as well. But we have our domestic whole, which is but for the fact that politics is politics, it's also that the same way we don't believe we belong to the space of the OAS, political and geographical space of the OAS, I think that most political powers at the federal and provincial territorial levels in Canada do not strongly believe in economic and social rights. It's the heritage of the welfare state. If we got growth, we're going to do better. Austerity, we can do as well, and that's it. Like it's purely political trade-offs. What's the welfare state was a political trade-off. It's not a normative legal standard. And now we're facing huge issues at home.